Am I the a-hole for telling my stepmom the reason I started disliking her 2 years ago is because she's pathetically jealous of my dead mom? My parents got divorced when I 17F was like 2 or 3 and my dad met my stepmom when I was 5. We got along really well and I grew to really think she was great. My mom liked her too. Mom died when I was 7 and from that point on I lived full time with my dad and stepmom. Things were still good between me and my stepmom. She was never my mom but she was still my family and I always had a really good time with her when we were together. For the most part she was the fun person at dad's house and more like a support to him. He did the discipline for me and he was the one who set boundaries, she just helped enforce them. Dad told me he did that so I'd never resent her for coming in and acting like my mom. He said he felt that was super important after mom died. 2 years ago things changed. She was acting weird for a while and then when we were all together for Mother's Day with my dad's family she left the table during dinner at what seemed like a random time to me. But a while later I heard her talking to my aunt and my stepmom was like, that woman's been dead for years and I've been here, raising her longer and I'm just the stepmom while that stupid witch is still the one she recognizes every Mother's Day and she's the one people bring up to her. Stupid witch and that woman were her words and so was most of that. I can't remember everything exactly because what she said was a lot longer. But she insulted my mom like 5 different times and her words were so full of jealousy. She also said my mom had contributed nothing to my life, had such a little impact on me and that's just not true. Her whole thing was that she's done more for me and should be taking the place my mom does. It made me really dislike her. I was cold and distant with her after that and she was so snarky about my mom and it really only happened after that Mother's Day. My half-siblings picked up on it too. So did my dad but he didn't really do anything about it. There was a day not super long after hearing what I did when my stepmom told me to do a project in my room and get the mess off the table. I was doing a family tree and we needed to use pictures and I was trying to find one of mom that I could make fit with others. The table was more messy the day before when I worked on it but I didn't add mom until last because I have like a love/hate relationship going through photos of her. There were still times my stepmom tried to act like we were as good as we had ever been and I iced her out. It's taken 2 years for her to bring that up to me and the other night she asked me about it because I avoided her promotion party and didn't congratulate her or anything. She said it's like I suddenly realized I was a teen and started hating her for no reason. I told her it wasn't for no reason. I started disliking her because she's pathetically jealous of my mom and I heard everything she said 2 years ago. She was mad at me for listening to her vent and more mad that it didn't make me feel bad and start making her feel better about things. I told her she deserved no reassurances from me for talking about mom that way. She told me my attitude needed a lot of work and complained to dad about me. She's saying I owe her an apology now for bringing it all up to her and saying I didn't like her over a private conversation I was never supposed to hear. Am I the a-hole?